What's happening, beautiful people, and welcome back here to day one of our final week in this beginner challenge. We have an awesome session planned for you today. All we're gonna need is a couple of dumbbells. I'm using a couple of 20-pound dumbbells, a light mini band, a light TheraBand attached to a middle anchor about 4 feet off the ground or so, and then our trusty broomstick. So let's go ahead and get right into the session. We're gonna kick it off with some inchworms. So nice and smooth, let's just reach for the toes here. Let the body hang heavy. We're gonna walk it out all the way to a high plank position, strong in this high plank. Drop the hips if that feels good. Eyes can go up for a breath in. We'll tuck the toes and blow all the air out as we stand tall. Beautiful. Roll the shoulders here, and let's get 3 more just like that. Just checking in with the body here. Seeing where we have room to work. Seeing where we're maybe a little bit tight, where there's some blocks in energy. 3. Pushing the ground away from you, big breath in. Tuck the toes. 4. Beautiful, drop the hips. And on this last one, we're gonna come back into this high plank and hold this one here. Bring the left foot up toward the left hand, really extend this back side leg. And big breath out as you rotate that left hand overhead. Hold, and then come back with control. And then we're just gonna switch here, rinsing and repeating on the right hand side. Smooth. And let's get an additional 3 on each side there. Staying really strong in our alignment, keeping those hips in line with the shoulders, pushing out of the shoulder blades here in this high plank position. So not allowing any sloppiness to take place in the shoulders or in the hips. We're locked, we're loaded, we're ready to roll here. A couple more on each side. Moving at a slow, controlled pace here. Last one. Smooth, good, good, good. Not too shabby there at all. We can stand tall, roll the shoulders loose, kick the legs out a little bit. And then let's set up for a body weight skater. So just a great introductory plyometric pattern here. Great way to get the heart rate going and activate the glutes and legs. Start off here in somewhat of an athletic base, so good healthy bend to the hips and knees. And all we're gonna do is push off of this left leg and catch with that right leg, and then rinse and repeat. The way I'm timing my breath here is I'm using my exhales as I decelerate, pausing here, taking a quick sip of air, and then holding as I push off. Synchronizing the arms here, decelerating, stabilizing, and then pushing off. Let's work for an additional 10 reps here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Smooth. Not too shabby there at all. Again, let's roll the shoulders here a little bit, and we'll get to work with our TheraBand. So I got this guy hooked up at a middle anchor. It's about 4 or so feet off the ground. And you don't need a very heavy band for this pattern. We're gonna grab the very end of it and just get a very light tension. Set the feet up here in a nice neutral rooted stance. Palms face down, we're gonna pull forward, rotate, reach, and come back with control. All the way to that starting position. So pulling back, elbows at 90, rotate so the palms, or so the fists are right over the elbows, reach, and then come back with control. Beautiful. And how I'm timing my breath here is just regulating the air out as I move, taking little sips of air in between my reps. And if you want to make this tougher, you can step back some, And if it gets too tough, just step up a little bit. Let's do 3 more reps here. Pull, rotate, reach. Again, keeping the alignment, not allowing for the band tension to round the body or pull the body forward. Open everything up big, reach, come back, all the way with control. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Not too shabby there at all. That's an excellent one for posture. It's awesome if you sit for long periods in the day, or if you're rounded over the computer, whatever the case may be, if you're in traffic, that's a good one to throw into the mix every so often. So take a couple of deep breaths here, and I'm gonna demonstrate our next one. We're gonna go ahead and work with our broomstick and work in an overhead squat pattern. So feet are gonna be just outside of hip width, toes can point out slightly. You wanna grab your broomstick as wide as you can here, and we're gonna hold this guy overhead. Taking a breath here at the top, inhale, hold it on the way down, getting as low as you can in your squat, keeping the stick overhead, and then pushing up out of there with control. Take your breath, hold it, and then push tall on your forced exhale. Let's work 10 more like that, keeping nice alignment. Grounded through the bottom, the entire bottom of both feet. Not allowing for the arms or torso to fall forward. Working a little pause here at the end of every rep. Five more. Working in the space that's available to you in your body. Solid. Good stuff there. Again, roll the shoulders. Got a lot going on there in the shoulders. Couple deep breaths, and then we'll go ahead and grab our dumbbells and set up here for a hinged dumbbell row, or a bent over dumbbell row. So strong hand on the grips here. Feet are gonna be hip width apart, toes forward. I'm gonna take a breath, hold, and lock in this hinge position. Core nice and tight, shoulders packed. All we're gonna do is pull these guys to the pocket, pause, and come back with control. 2, 3, retracting those shoulder blades. 4, and then keeping that nice alignment in the back. 5, 6, 7. This semicircular pattern here, so pulling back toward the pockets in this semicircular fashion. Let's get another 6, reach, 5, 4, forcing that air out on the way up, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Woof, not too shabby there at all. We can roll the shoulders with the dumbbells if that feels good. And then we'll go ahead and place them off to the side. And again, take a quick active recovery here. 3 deep breaths while we review our next pattern. Single leg Romanian deadlift with a mini band. So we're gonna take the mini band here and loop it around the top half of the left foot. The other end is gonna go on right on the right hand. And this right foot is gonna find a kickstand position. So slightly staggered on the ball of the foot. Nice posture all the way through the crown of the head. We'll take a breath here, hold it as I work into this single leg hip hinge, keeping my backside leg really engaged, so not allowing for that leg to drop. Fire this thing up, and then force that air out as I stand tall and return to that starting position. Let's get 9 more like that. Hold. 2, working a nice controlled tempo here. 3, feeling that nice stretch on the back of this left leg. 4, keeping good engagement in this upside leg, this leg that's rising. 4 more. 4. Keeping those shoulders nice and packed. 2. Letting all the space come from the hips. Pause. And 1. Smooth. And then from there, we'll just rinse and repeat on the opposite side. So the band goes right around the top half of that right foot. The left hand is gonna take the other end. And we're gonna work here in this kickstand position. Take the breath, hold it, stand tall. Control, control, control. 2. 3. 4. 5. Halfway home with these. 6. 7. 8. Smooth. Not too shabby at all. A lot tougher than it looked, but very effective. And again, just firing up that backside body, which spends a lot of the day turned off in many cases, and working on that balance, that core, and just tapping in the mind to the movement, connecting the mind to the movement. So here we're gonna wrap this up with a little bit of core, guys. So let's set up in a nice forearm plank position. Strong forearm plank position. Feet are gonna be hip width apart here. All we're gonna do is force out the breath as you lift one leg off the floor and put it right back with control. Keeping that leg really engaged, feeling that lift coming from the glute, pointing those toes back toward the face here. Keeping the hips right in line with those shoulders. Here we go, let's get 20. 2. 4. Stay with me. Here we go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Lock it in here, guys. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Smooth. Not too shabby at all, beautiful people. Thank you as always here for showing up for yourself, playing along. Eat well, get your sunlight, sleep, get some good rest. And I look forward to catching you guys right back here tomorrow for day 2.